Hey, welcome to Tarot Tuesday. Sprinkling love and joy and abundance into everybody's life just because you deserve it. Hi, I'm Terri, your energy therapist and coach, and I have got your tarot and oracle card reading for this week of June 10th through the 16th. Holy cow, we're in the middle of June already, and we have a full moon on Wednesday the 11th. We'll touch on that energy toward the end of the video, so hang on for that. But let's get started. Let's kind of got the fan going on in here because when I did Monday mantra, I think we used a little too much sage. So I'm trying to clear some of that out. So know that the energy is clear. I have shuffled all the decks, and yes, the energy's been cleared definitely for this reading. So let's get started. All right, we'll give this a quick shuffle and we will see what the overall energy is for this week that we should pay attention to. What is it that the universe wants us to take a look at? Closure. How appropriate for the week of a full moon. Full moon energy always asks us to wrap things up or to release something that just isn't working, which actually closure, the full moon in Sagittarius, this all ties together beautifully. This is a wonderful confirmation of the energy we're looking at this week. Let's get a clarification on that. Closure about what? Let's see if we can get an answer on that, or a direction, if anything. You know, tarot does not tell you what to do. It's a guidance system. It makes suggestions and ideas for what may be next. Ooh, we have the Three of Hearts in Swords, decision-making time, closure, which again will tie perfectly into the energy of the Sagittarius full moon energy that is on Wednesday. You know, that full moon energy starts up like the day or so before. Excuse me, some of that sage smoke is still hanging in the air. This is about decisions, and it may be heartfelt. It may be a tough decision, but the Three of Swords in the heart tells you this will be some emotional energy that you may need to be dealing with, some emotional topics that you may need to make some decisions on. But ultimately, that all comes down to you, and you are the one that's got to make those decisions, to pull those swords out of your heart so that you can feel better, right? And to move forward. So closure with decisions coming up. More swords. Okay, you may have won the battle. This was probably strategic, and the clouds are clearing there. You will win the battle with this. Although in certain moments it may not quite feel like you won or were victorious or you accomplished it, but you did. You will conquer it. But swords are all about decisions, this or that. And swords are double-edged, so always use caution when making your decisions and playing out the what-ifs before you jump into the final decision that you make, because you don't want that sword to come back and bite you, and cut you on the backside. Okay, so always take a little more time when it comes to these decisions. And being that you've got a heart here too, tells me that there's going to be some emotional ties to that. And it's probably not going to be easy. But obviously it's going to be worth it. You will conquer the situation but it won't be easy. And now we have an oracle card that is stating everything is as you've created. All you create offers you lessons in life. And that may be part of this. You have conquered some lessons in life, but you create that. Thus the Three of Swords in the heart. It is up to you to do this. And as I said, it's not always easy, but you create it. It is up to you to handle it all and to make it happen, for better or worse. But still, no decision is better, and any decision is better than no decision. And quite honestly, most of the time, no matter what decision it is you make, there is always something positive that comes out of it. Just have to look for that sometimes. It isn't always clear. Oh, we had a few cards pop out on this one. Holy Toledo. I think we'll take all 4 of them came out of this deck. So we will take the top of the 4 first to see if we can shed a little more light. And this is the King of Wands. This is someone who is knowledgeable in this area. Wands is all about career and knowledge, personal growth. And he's pretty matter of fact about it. He doesn't have a lot of emotional ties to it, but he knows. So there is some important knowledge that you will gain and have authority on. You will be more of an expert, so to say, on whatever this decision or situation is that you're pulling the swords out of your heart and learning and conquering these lessons. You will be far more knowledgeable in those areas than you were before. That's a good thing. But learning lessons, whether you're in school, college, on the job trade, whatever it is, none of it's easy until you know it. Once you know it, then it seems easy, right? So just keep that in mind, that anytime you're a newbie or just figuring things out, it's going to seem hard or crushing or confusing, but you'll get it. You have got that 5 of Swords, and you will conquer this for sure. Get that into there a little bit better. You will conquer it. See, the water there is still, the clouds are clearing. You will get this. It will make total sense and come to fruition. We also have the 6 of Pentacles now too, and this is an earth energy. See, feel, touch, taste, all of these things in this 3D world that we live in. And the 6 of Pentacles tells us that whatever this is, you will have more than enough to share and to be generous with. This will bring you plenty, and you won't have to worry because you will be able to give, to pay it forward, whether it's with knowledge, money, time, whatever that may be. But you do have plenty, or you will have plenty, learning from this strategic lesson that you're going to learn. And once you get through this, like I said, it's always tough when you're learning something new. And now with the Queen of Cups, she has conquered her emotions. She knows exactly what she wants, where she's going, how she's managed it all. And you too will overcome and have that emotional confidence or intelligence, emotional intelligence, to work with what it is and what it's becoming for you. The Queen of Cups. She has got, this is the female essence of Cups. And it's blurry. Let's see if I can get, there we go. So this is the female nurturing energy. This could be a female, more mature female that can help you learn this lesson, or to get through this big lesson that you're learning or working on. either way, you will come out of this feeling more confident and in control and knowing what it is you were to exactly learn from that lesson. The final one that fell out is the Five of Cups. A lot of emotional energy here, what brings us back to the heart here in this Three of Swords. This is all heartfelt. This may be a personal or a lifelong struggle that you are trying to conquer and overcome, a lesson you finally need to learn so it doesn't repeat itself. Because if you don't learn those lessons, you're on repeat until you get it. And this may be your situation where you finally conquer that thing that you've been battling or having issues with all this time. And now we have the Five of Cups, more cups and more water, more emotional energy here. And yes, he has got 3 cups that have tipped, but there are 2 behind him. And what you need to remember is, even though you may feel like losses are great, look at the sun behind him. It's glowing. It's beautiful. The birds are free. There's green grass. There's all sorts of growth. And there are 2 full cups behind him. Don't forget about the potentials and the blessings you already have. And oftentimes, and now this full moon speaks to it too, there are oftentimes things you need to let go of to move forward, whether it's a personal journey, a business journey, just an overall life lesson that you need to know. There are multiple things in multiple areas of life that you need to release to grow and move forward, to get better. Whether you want a bigger, better house or you want better health, you have to let go of something to make that next step, to be better, to grow. I think that's the big lesson in this reading right now, is that you need to grow and to be willing to release and face that decision, that opportunity, that issue. And this is an emotional issue. So I believe it's what's popping into my head is that this is a long held limited belief for you. And it's stopping you from accomplishing where you want to go, how you want to feel, how you want to be in this world. And it is stopping you from being there. So evaluate, which goes to this Sagittarius full moon too, of where you are, what you really need to let go of. As painful, and as these cards suggest too, as it may be, you need to let go of some limiting beliefs that are so deep within you. You need to let it go and find the new truth so that you can grow and move forward as a human and evolve as a being on this planet. Let's grab another oracle card here. Then we're going to stop for a moment and pull a birthday card for everyone who's celebrating this week. Happy birthday. So let's get one more oracle card on this big decision energy this week. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. And you do. You will. But you need to give yourself the opportunity to grow and bounce, not just back, coming back to being happy, but to bounce forward also, so that you evolve and grow in life. But you do need to close that limiting belief and find the honest to God truth about that. Why? Ask the why questions. This is your energy for the week. Close it up. Get rid of that belief that maybe was true when you were 5, but is not true now that you've experienced life and gone through a number of things. It probably is not true right now. And this reading is calling for you to let it go. it's not helping. Therefore, it's probably hurting. So take a look at that. All right, on a happier note, let's sing happy birthday to everyone celebrating this week. Happy birthday to you. I wish you the best. Thank you for gracing this planet with your presence during this lifetime. Remember to let your gifts shine. All right, let's shuffle this quick time. We're going to pull from the fortune cookie deck this week. And we have got, whoops, oh, that one popped out. Let's take it. And it says, future. Oh my goodness. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Ooh, either way, great social fun awaits. It sounds like this is a party week for you. And that could just be exploring movies from a faraway place, and because your imagination travels to there. So look to your future. Let your imagination run. Picture what your future, feel what your future is going to be like. Can you even read that? There. And do this with some friends, because that's going to make it so much more fun. Kick around a bunch of ideas. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to travel to? And it just may be a trip that you're planning too. So look at your future and have fun with those future plans. Okay? So happy birthday, and enjoy that energy of imagining or reimagining your future. Happy birthday, everyone. Enjoy your birthday week. All right, we will pull one more oracle card for this week, and then we will go over here to the Morgan deck. We'll get something to wrap it up. We'll pull one other card to see what your weekend energy is. But let's get one more oracle card to shine a little more light on this, what it is you're going to have to let go of on an emotional level to move forward and make life better for yourself. And we have got quieting the mind. And this is not necessarily a card of meditation, but I think more of reflection. And to take the few moments to sit yourself down and have a heart-to-heart. Find out what's working, find out what isn't, and to start pulling those swords out of your heart. Again, it may not be easy, but I think in the long run, extremely necessary for you to do, and to just let it go and to be done. So you can move forward to a bigger, better, healthier, happier life. Because we were put here to be happy and enjoy. And I think the time has come for you to face that issue so it doesn't stay on repeat for you. Get it done. Finish it up. All right. Let's see what we can do to wrap this up, and then we'll take a look at your weekend energy and a quick little blurb about the full moon in Sagittarius for you, because it ties in so beautifully with this reading this week. So the wrap-up energy is whatever is right. This is from Morgan's Tarot. Whatever's right. And we know that even though we know it's right, it can be painful to know that it's right and to move forward to do what's right versus what we're comfortable with and what we're so used to. So do what you know is right. You know it's right to let go of that stuff that's not helping you anymore and to let it go. So on that note, we'll actually take a look at this Sagittarius full moon. Full moons, is all about finishing things up, wrapping things up. And it's just so full that there's no room and something's going to explode. It's time to let it go and to get ready for that new moon. So the full moon is all about releasing, wrapping it up. And as this full moon is on now Wednesday the 11th, take a minute for yourself. Like I just said, what is not working? This full moon in Sagittarius is asking you to test your limits, push the envelope. Where do you need to expand? It's moving energy to get you to that next level. What do you need to reevaluate? What do you need to really evaluate that you believe so that you can move forward, or maybe reevaluate which direction you even wanted to go? So this is all about closing up that old stuff, moving forward to the new stuff, and be focused on your truth and let go what is not holding true for you any longer. So you've got time for that energy ramping up. The peak is on the 11th, and you've got a day or two afterwards too where that energy will hang on. So focus on what it is you need to have a do-over, or to reevaluate, or restructure plans to move forward. But recognize and let go of all those things that do not serve you, because it's certainly not helping. Okay, so that is the energy of the full moon for you this week. Now, let's pull a quick card. Let's see what the energy is just for the weekend. That's for the weekend of the 13th, 14th, and 15th. What is coming up for the weekend? So, weekend energy for June 13th, 14th, and 15th is variance. Oh, maybe some plans are going to change. We had this card not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago too. Variance, time to change things up, maybe switch the plans up a little different, or maybe just to change your mind on what you would plan to begin with. But remember to keep variety in the picture. Keep variety and enjoy, and don't be afraid to change things up. Sometimes that always works out for the best. Yep. So there you go, guys. That's what I got for you. Have a fantastic week. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next week for Tarot Tuesday.